I've accepted the fact that my path is more difficult because my calling is higher. And I started to think a little bit more. I put a lot of time and effort into things and people, and God was requiring more of me. But I always wonder about how this person would feel about this or how that person would feel about that. But I never, ever took the initiative or was sensitive enough to know how God feels about how I treat him when he's told me exactly what not to do. So I'm here today to let you know that the light's on me. I give up. I've tried every other way. But the thing is, those idiosyncrasies. We say idiosyncrasies and people don't know what idiosyncrasies are, so I'm going to help you to manage and understand exactly what I'm talking about. When God says, let that person right there go for this season. When God says, let that job right there, just let me handle that situation on that job right there. But the idiosyncrasy to the job would be you trying in your mind like, oh no, I'm not. I got to do this myself because I got to have a job because if I don't have a job, I have to do this. But what if God is trying to elevate you somewhere else in that job? But if you're trying to do it yourself, he can't do it. And then when God tells you exactly what to do, get your hands off of this right here. Because this right here is a hindrance towards you. But you worrying about, instead of worrying about what God's telling you in his feels about how he feels, what he's asking you to do, you're too busy worried about how they gonna take it. Or are they gonna like me? Or am I still gonna fit in? Let me tell you this. When you say yes to God, it's gonna get lonely. I told you the light's on me. So I know they're watching me. So if it's lights, camera, action, I'm ready if they don't say go. I'm ready if the action never clicks. But what I know is that God is doing something right now in this season that I have to be adequately stern and firm on what he's telling me, because I've never ever considered how he feels about me going against his instructions to do what he told me to do. So if we get a little more deeper on the idiosyncrasies, I would say, yeah, let's just look at me. Just look at me from this way. I don't want you looking at me in my face. I want you to understand this. Just hear me. Don't look at me. Just hear me. When you know that 2 a.m. sneaky link is unnecessary, but your flesh is craving for it, and God is telling you, hey, don't do this right here. And you know it, and we always yelling intuition, follow your intuition, follow your gut, and you still go against it. How you think God feel about that? Oh yeah, I'm just going to add a little bitty cup of wine today because I'm stressed, I'm tired, because I had a long day. But you're going to say, I'm not getting drunk, I'm just chilling, I'm just sipping, I'm just calming down. But the Bible clearly tells us that no drunkard shall enter heaven. Okay, we know you're not going to get drunk off a cup, but you are going to disobey the 10 Commandments because your mind and your body is the temple. And once you put that inside of you, you are altering your temple. And the fact that I'm altering my temple, meaning that my judgment gonna be off. God, I could be so close to what God got for me, but I can't really see what he got for me because I'm so altered and I'm too busy feeling good in my moment. But when my moment's over with and I'm seeing that God has clearly told me, I told you not to do that, and you did it anyway. And your other idiot, you going against his, he ain't gonna violate your will, but he giving you instructions. It's your will to do it. And then he asked me the question, why is it so hard for you not to not do what I told you not to do? And my answer was because it feels good. I like the way it felt. Sometimes you want to just feel warm. Sometimes you need to remember if I'm just him. That's what you want to remember. But I'm telling you, this is just a track to your destruction if you allow this to keep happening. Now hear me on this side right here, because I want you to hear me on this side. Just don't look in my eyes. Just hear me on this side right here. What's happening is he'll start to, like I said not too long ago, I asked him to convict me before I committed. See, what God is trying to do, if you don't have no conviction about the thing, he can't change the thing that you're praying for. You got to have so much conviction before you even think a bad thought, because the thought can alter your process, because you put you in the middle of his work. And I heard Michael Tyler say that this generation want to skip the process, but once they skip the process, they don't know the value of the promise when you get to it. So all I'm doing is telling you is that the light's on me. I'll be the blueprint. I'll take the licks. But all I ask you to do is look at me right here. Just promise me. Even if you can't do it quickly, just do it. Just keep trying. One day at a time. To just don't see me, but just watch my actions. My responses won't be the same. I probably won't even look the same in a sense. I probably won't even talk the same, because I really, really, really want to see what he really got for me on the other side. And I could see a lot of things, but I'll just say I've been getting this week from Sunday to now. God has been using me as a pawn to show people and to let them tell me. This ain't about me. I'm humbly saying this, and to the glory of God, how they watching me and how it's real, and how they need me to keep on going, because they're going to get on the boat. Not because of me, because they heard who was speaking from me. So all I ask you to do is promise me that you'll give it a try. It won't be easy, but I promise you, it'll be worth it. I know from personal experience. I am steadfast. I will be steadfast. And I pray that you will too. God loves you, and I love you. I don't have a choice. But what I will say is give him a try. It'll look good on you.